Hello, I hope everyone is enjoying themselves this year at the online CET conference. My name is Deana Islas. I teach at Franklin Simpson High School and I am the KMEA secretary. Today I am going to go through some of the projects that I use for my travel and tourism class. And I hope that maybe I can give you a few ideas that you have not used and seen before, and that will be beneficial to you for this upcoming semester. First, I do use the hospitality services book, but the projects are not specific to the book, so it should not matter what you use. One of the first projects that I use is the economic flyer project. I'm sure you have the kids create flyers all the time, and I do too. We do a flyer or a brochure or a video with almost every chapter. So I kind of start them out looking at the economy and what tourism does for the economy. In order to get to this project, you can find it in Schoology. And I have the kids go to these links and gather information and then go to another software called Lucid Press to create the flyer. So first, let's go to my Kentucky, groups, marketing, education curriculum. You click there. When you click there, you will see this page, and on the left-hand side, if I move myself, you will be able to see resources. When you click resources, you will have various folders that have been created by different teachers here in Kentucky. Mine is located at the very bottom. It is the CTE 2020 Travel and Tourism Material. When you click on that particular folder, you will find the one that's called Economic Project. There it is. Okay, I had to adjust my window. It was too large. Okay, so I have your folder here, Economic Flyer Project, and there is the rubric, and there is the instructions. What I have them do is that they go to a couple of websites. I think they go to Kentucky Tourism. They may go to the KITA website. They would gather information, and then I have the students then go to Lucid Press, and this is my go-to software for the kids to make professional documents. Google is okay, but you cannot make anything professional in Google because they don't have the formats. And if you have a desktop, you can have Word, and you can have PowerPoint, and you can have Publisher. But if you do not have a desktop, then the formats in Google they're limited. So we always go to Lucid Press. I also give the students the option of going to canva.com, and it does the same thing as Lucid Press does. A lot of my students that are really creative like to go to Canva because they have a lot more templates. Lucid Press have fewer templates, but they do have a lot. There's brochures and flyers and postcards. Usually I walk the students through it the first time, so I show them they can click on flyers. When they then click on flyers, they can choose different templates, and they just choose the template that they like. And then once they choose the one that they like, let me move myself again, they can click create. And when they do, it gives them a window in which they can create their flyers. And I tell the students that it's very similar to Word. It has pictures and, text boxes. And when they double click in them, they can delete the information and then change fonts. And they can also click on the picture and hit delete and the picture is gone. So they can do lots of different things in here. And it won't take but like a day or so of them playing with it and you playing with it for them to see whether or not they like it. And the good thing about Lucid Press is I have them sign up with their Google account. So it's free. And so then when they get done with the flyer in class, they can go right there to the download button and it downloads it as a PDF. They click next, they click download, and it is free. So that is a good option. So it's a free PDF. And then of course I use Schoology, so I then have them turn that into Schoology. So those are some of the software that I use. So, just like I'm sure most of you have the students go to various websites, but the software that I like is probably Lucid Press the best. Okay, another project that we use in class is this one right here, my trip project. And it's got $2,500, but it changes every single year. One year it might be $1,500, one year it might be $4,000, another year it might be $1,000. Okay. But they enjoy it. I usually try to do it at first before they have a lot of experience doing anything and planning a lot, just to see what they come up with. I always tell them, okay, your project, maybe your grandmother, you were gifted with $1,000 or $2,000 or 2,500, and you have to go to these different websites and you have to tell me, what you can do. Where are 3 places that you can go or 2 places that you can go? So I always give them an option. This project is also located here in the folder. So you go up to Course Schoology, and let's go back to the material, and you will find it $2,500 trip project. So it's located inside of there. And so you can download all of these, have documents in which you can download, and then you can edit them and change them around if you like, and use those for your class. Another project that I use, and if you're noticing, I'm using the software. I don't know if you've ever used the software before. It's called Loom. It is a video screen recorder and voice recorder. So you have the option of recording video and voice, or just voice only. There's an app, so you can download it to your computer, or you can use it on the internet, like when you're online. So I'm using the online version right now, but I also have the app downloaded and it works fine also. With both of them, you do have to be able to connect it to Wi-Fi, because what it does is it records the video and then uploads it. So that's another software that you can use, especially with the day and time now when everyone has to go virtual. This is a pretty easy, simple software, not a lot of buttons. It's pretty 2 clicks and there you go, it's recording. Okay, so the other project that I like to use in my travel and tourism class, I'm sure you guys do too, is I have them, of course, create a brochure for the state of Kentucky. I sometimes have them create one for their town, because it's really hard to find something good about your town. So sometimes I'll have the kids do one for Simpson County, and then I'll have them do one for the state of Kentucky. So once again, that is also located in the Kentucky Tourism Project. There's the file, there is the instructions, and there's an example. Pretty much with everything that I've given you, I give a student example so you can kind of see how they do. And with that brochure, once again, I have the students use Lucid Press. You can go to brochures, you click on brochure, you find one that's appealing, one that you like the color, click in tempo, I'll click create. And they can go in here, and it makes it very simple also, because everything is laid out. And when I say, okay, you have to give me information in each panel, so it makes it very simple for the students. So there's a page 1 and a page 2, and they can click on page 1. They can zoom it, make it bigger, and they can double click on any of this information and change it. So I'm like, each panel has to have information about this, a different destination place for your state. So I do have the Kentucky rubric. I think it's also with the brochure. So I think it's all on the same page together. So you'll have access to that. Another software that I use, and this is one of my favorite projects. I have to say probably travel and tourism is my favorite course to teach, only because there's so many projects you can do. I always have to scale back to make sure that I'm getting everything, because with us being on trimesters, you cannot cover all the same material as if you're all year. So I kind of have to scale back on as projects. But with any of these projects, you can make them as long as you need them or as short as you need them. Okay, so after we have our brochure, when I get to the section and we're teaching about the lodging aspect of hospitality and the restaurant aspect of hospitality, I really enjoy this one right here. I always do what I call the hotel room project. When we're studying lodging, I have them do, this is like a 3-part project. One is they have to create a brochure for a dream hotel. So they dream up a hotel, give it a name, what it will look like, and there's a outline of instructions that I have located in the folder. And then they have to design the room. And to do that, I had the kids go to a place called Room Sketcher. I don't know if you've ever used that, but this is an example of the layout. So they have to create like a presidential room or a basic room, a very expensive room, and then one that's not. So they get to choose what type. I think I tell them they can do a suite or a basic or a double, so they get to choose. But they go to the website, Room Sketcher, and they can design the actual room from the furniture to the colors to the layouts to the windows to, I mean, you design everything in there. So let me show you where you can go. And all of these are free. When they go into Room Sketcher, I have them put their school email in there and a password. They'll get in, and you will have to play around with the website because it can be difficult. But once you've used it for like a day, you'll have it down pat. This is an example of one of the rooms that the kids created. So there's a bathroom, a hall, bedroom, and they had to lay out everything. They had to put the bed in there. They put the dressers in there. They had to type up the words like what they are. They designed the bathroom, the color. They designed the whole layout. So it's really good for them to kind of see, how much are we going to offer this room based on what amenities it has in there. And so the kids really enjoy that. And we spend a lot of time on this project because it's kind of long. If you look right here, you can see the lodging project, and there is the lodging brochure, the rubric, and the hotel poster project. And then I didn't have examples of the hotels that they've turned in, but I do have an example to kind of show you what they look like. I had the kids screen print what they design and then upload it to Schoology, or you can have it turned into Google. So, they're very easy to use, and all of these can be used just with the Chromebooks because that's what I have in my classroom. So they had that and they turned that in. And once again, everything is located in this folder. Another project that I do when I'm in the lodging unit is we create a brochure for a unique hotel. So I have them go to, there's different websites that they'll go to, but I basically have them go in and create them a brochure using, of course, Lucid Press. And like I said, they enjoy it because they get to choose so many different layouts, and they kind of like to look around because it does have a lot of different layouts. And so what they had to do is they have to go and find something unique. So it can be a underwater hotel, a treehouse hotel, an ice hotel. So we do a unique project. So they like to do that. And then they get to stand up and present and say, okay, I did the Poseidon Hotel and, it's underwater. And so they tell us about it in a PowerPoint, and they have to create a brochure that everyone can see in class. So that's one of the projects that I enjoy doing, and they really enjoy doing. They like creating the hotel. They love decorating and designing the rooms. You'll have to really give a limit because they could design a room for days. And these are some examples of a brochure that a student made. And I think this might be a PowerPoint of one of the projects. I think it is an example of maybe a couple rooms a student made. Okay, another one that I use that hopefully you'll find helpful is this one right here. So this is like my end of the year. Once I've gone through all of my lessons and I've covered all my chapters, when we get to the very end, I usually save my restaurant for the last because it's another big one. So my hotel and my restaurant are usually back to back. Those are my two largest projects, and they do take a while. But once again, you can scale those instructions back and make them fit and make them your own. One of the things that we do is with the restaurant project, they have to design a menu, and they have to, of course, create a print ad. And once again, they can use Canva or Lucid Press. And in order to do that, they will go right here. And of course, there's actually some in here that are restaurant menus, and I don't know if it's in this one. I know there is one in Canva, but they can go through and look for different templates to see what all that's on there. There's posters and brochures. There's so many templates that they can use, so you'll just have to go through, kind of play with the different templates and see. But I think there is a resume template located in here somewhere. And then not resume, a restaurant menu template located in here. And when they create the menu, they have to then design a print ad. And there's an example of a menu of one that was created. And then, of course, again, they will go to the Canva or to Lucid Press and create the print ad. Another thing that I like to do with some of my projects, if I have time, is especially with the Kentucky brochure, because it's a brochure and they're learning about Kentucky, I actually have them create a video for the state of Kentucky. And there is a great website that you can go to create a video. And that website here is at the top, is Animato. And I don't know if I still have that one up here. There it is. And the way it works is it has various templates, and it's also free. They can sign in with their Google, but it has various templates. And what they do is they go through and find one that they like. They can go out. You can go to I just picked this one. This is a short 33-second storyboard. So then if I have to make a video either for the state of Kentucky, and I also have to make one for the restaurant. So what they do is they can go here, and for each of these, it represents, there's your seconds right here. They can put the images or the background images. So if you were doing one for the state of Kentucky, you would go through here and you would change all the images and find a picture of Kentucky and throw that in there. Then you can overlay it with either information if you don't want to talk, or the kids have the option of talking into it and having sound with it, or they can have music. So for each slide, they can have another one about Kentucky. So when they get all finished, they close it out, and then they can preview it, and it loops them all together and creates a video. I think it ends up being an MP4 that you can download, and then a lot of them can upload it to either their Google Classroom, where I have mine use Schoology, and they upload it there so they can watch it offline. They don't have to continue to be in this software to watch the video. And once again, it also downloads for free. And so because you have so many online options and software out there, I try to make it fun by having them create a lot. So when they come in my travel and tourism class, most of the kids like it the most because that's where they get to have the most fun. So they're creating videos, they're creating brochures, and they do a few online presentations, but they design the hotel rooms. And so those work pretty good. And once again, all of these projects are located in the folder. All of them have documents. All of them can be downloaded. They can be edited. And then you can log into any of those and use some of the software that I showed you. I think with the Kentucky brochure, there is a instructions at the bottom that takes them to the Animato so they can make a video. With the Design a Hotel Room, there is instructions at the bottom with the how to sign into the Room Sketcher. And then when we make our very first brochure, I just kind of introduce the class to Lucid Press so they can find them. Oh, another one of the projects that I also do is, of course, I do a famous shelf. PowerPoint. They can do it in PowerPoint. Sometimes we use the slides. We have used Prezi before. I kind of give them an option. If they want to create a video, they can create a video. So these are some of, like I said, the documents that I use in my travel and tourism class. Hopefully, it will be very beneficial to you. And once again, it is located in Schoology. You go to the top. You will click on Groups. And then when you're in Groups, you'll go here to Search, and you will type in Kentucky Marketing Education Curriculum, and this will pop up, and you will find all the documents and resources that I've used for my class. Once again, I hope this was beneficial, and please enjoy the rest of your conference. Bye.